What's up, guys? About another video. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and talk about the tier 3 selector and the transcendent selector. Alright, so first we're gonna go with the transcendent selector. Alright, so we do have a pretty good bit of characters in this one. Have some decent ones, and then we have some that's kind of old, but if you have the main 5 that I will list, then I'll probably, it depends on who you need for like story mode or small leadership buff or just any kind of transcendent character that's your favorite. All right, so for my top 5 transcendent characters that if I didn't have them, I would select or whatever. First, I would say Shadow Shell, because you know she can go to tier 4. Very easy to play. Pretty decent speed character. You could definitely use a Rage or a Judgment for this character. Number 2, I will go with Human Torch. Especially if you have his newest uniform, he is still one of the best blast characters in the game. He's really fast. Really good character. It doesn't have that many floors for world boss, but you can still make do with a character like Human Torch. Alright. Number 3, I would say Dr. Octopus. Dr. Octopus is still a pretty decent villain combat character, especially if you have his newest uniform. You can still use it for ABX, ABL if you don't have Titan Hulk. So Dr. Octopus, I'll put it number 3 for that one. Number 4, I would say Gamora. If you have her newest uniform, she has a great leadership. She's a really good damage dealer. Can go to tier 4 also. A really good character. And number 5. That's pretty tough. I would say Sif. Sif is a really, really good transcendent character. If you have her newest uniform, she has a really good lead for combat characters, and she does have a support passive also. So if you take her to transcendent, you could definitely use her in World Boss Legend content for leadership and support. She was kind of decent for ABX if you didn't have Hope Summers. So those are my top 5. Now it just depends. If you do have those, the ones that didn't make it really was Moon Knight, because he's been out of the meta for a long time. So, but he's still a decent character. America Chavez, she has a great leadership and support passive also. So I'll probably have her at like number 7. So the top 5, like I said, would be Shadow Shell, Human Torch, Sif, Doc Ock, and Gamora. But not in that order. But those are my top 5 that I would choose from. And plus 4 out of the 5 can go to tier 4. The rest of them are, like I said, it just depends on what you're looking for. America Chavez, like I said, is a lead / support. Titania is a great support character also for combat, and the one with the strong abilities. If you have her newest uniform, so she is a good support and lead in that regard. Elsa Bloodstone is a leadership also. That's it really. That is so far from the selector. That's it. But everything else is whoever you want to choose, whoever is your favorite. That's fine. But I gave out my top 5 for the transcendent characters. Now for the tier 3 selector, All right, so this is going to be kind of difficult because there's so many good tier 4, or tier 3s that you could do. Now, I'm going to give out my top 5 if you do not have these characters. All right. So, number 1, if you have the Halloween uniform and you don't have them tier 3, Ghost Rider will be number 1 automatically. If you have the Halloween uniform, which is a seasonal, if you have it and he's still stuck at tier 2, get Ghost Rider right now. He's number 1 on the list. All right. Number 2, if you have Hulk's Titan Hulk uniform, then I'll put him at number 2. He could definitely do some World Boss Legend content, mainly ABX and ABL. All right. Number 3, I would put I'll put Gwenpool. Me personally, I like Gwenpool. Especially if you have the dark Gwenpool uniform. She's for ABX and ABL also on certain days. If you don't have Luna Snow's summer uniform, she is the next best option in that regard. She can definitely do World Boss Legend, GBR. So me personally, I'll put Gwenpool at number 3. Number 4, I'm going with Venom, especially with the new War Star uniform. He is really, really good. Really good. So I will put Venom at number 4. Then for number 5, which is kind of tough, there's a lot of great tier 3s in here. I would probably still, it's between the Avengers, really. You have Thor, and then you have Iron Man. It's either one. You could do either or. Iron Man or Thor. They could still hold their own in World Boss Legend content, GBR. So those are my top 5 for the tier 3 selector. But there's also other good options also. If you need that universal villain, Loki is really good. You have to have Loki season 2 uniform for like ABL. Granted, you have to have a max build, but he is still a decent character. War Machine is a decent tier 3. He does have a leadership and a support passive if you have his newest uniform. Captain Marvel still relevant if you don't have Scarlet Witch for ABX ABL. And she also has a leadership also. Sharon Rogers is still good, still great. Real easy to play, hits really hard, especially at level 80. Then we have a couple support characters. Cyclops, still a really good support / lead. Shuri is definitely a great one. If you have the newest Black Panther uniform, you can definitely use her for a leadership also for speed characters, and she does have a great support. Hela, she's really good at tier 3, especially if you have her artifact and her what if uniform. You could give her like a hybrid build with a mighty CT Pure Destruction. She can still do World Boss and Timeline Battle and other World Battle content. Taskmaster also is a great support character. Storm, if you have her summer uniform, great. Great damage dealer, great support. If you don't have it and you have the X-Men versus Inhumans uniform, you can still use her for a support role. Same thing goes with Rogue. She has to have her her winter uniform to be relevant. She-Hulk. She-Hulk is a really good leadership, especially like for Gamma allies like the Hulk, stuff like that. Black Bolt is still relevant, like for ABX and ABL, for villain super villain Universal days. He can still do World Boss Legend content also. Really good at GBR. And really that's it. That's it for Captain America. Maybe for like if you compare them up with Weapon X in their zombie uniforms, maybe like for Timeline or Otherworld Battle, maybe. But that's a big if. You probably have to have them at tier 4. But this is a tier 3 selector video. So I gave out my top 5, and then the rest kind of follows in what you actually need for your roster. So hopefully this little video will help you choose wisely in the both. So hit me in the comment box down below. Let me know what y'all guys think. Smash that like button and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.